and step out of our comfort zone of the BS belief systems we have come to believe in, that we have bought into, and then we try to sell to others. What if we started to actually see with the inner eye that helped us come back into the present moment where all our power lies, that maybe we've been selling one another bull because we bought someone else's BS belief systems that then we tried to sell others to in the name of protecting and defending and helping them get it, see it, and it's ugly. The truth, truly, really, is it comfortable to see that we have been deceived? Nay, I say. Well, we're all going to get there eventually, because all the conspiracies seem to lead to a giant one that ultimately is led by a corpse that requires the lifeblood of living ones like us, who are the ones who can stand up as men and women and say no more. If we stand on common ground instead of status in the public sphere, where we trade the truth of who and whose we are in order to be part of the corpse and all that it says is in store for us to buy. Well, it's a lie. What is obvious first is oblivious, because the lies replace the love, and then we say, hey, if you don't know better, shame on you. But if you do, well then shame on me for buying the bull that you want me to believe. Think about that one. But don't just stay in your mind, because the mind is a trap. And if you don't like that, well then consider the fact that disordered thinking, take it to a house, because the outer reflects the inner. If you were to clean your house, but you were still in the house, it's the equivalent of a trap. If you clean a trap, but you're still in the trap, you're in a trap. So the house that is ultimately what card games say is where the dealer plays the players who fall under the reign of the one that created the game. And now I say it's time for the players to see that none of us are actually players. We are men and women playing a game. It's called life. And it's not nice to think or to know that we have been deceived, and even worse, to know that we have been the ones deceiving others, because we bought our own BS so hard that we then needed others to believe it so that we felt like we chose well. All of it is strange, but the truth is stranger than fiction. So I just thought that after a day spent with family, extended family, ones not from the same grandparents or parents as me, but ones who came from the same great-grand ones. That is who I got to connect with. Ooh, low gas. And then I ask you whether you are able to come together with others who do not buy the same BS as you, and yet still do live in the same community of common unity. Sometimes the view is not what it was when the con video game hadn't changed us so much that we lost the fun of living and instead became committed to staying safe instead of significant. Well, I believe it is time for us to fill the tank within us as the energy wells, the energy dens. We must be guards in responsibly, which means able to respond instead of reactively, which is how we would be if we failed to go beyond the narrative of the mainstream, which is poisoned and toxic and needs us to drink from it in order to convert the man or woman that you are, or I am, into something other, which is a patient that is dependent on a system that is designed to save itself, yourself, which is plural, save yourself significant time, energy, money at our expense. That's what the system does. That's why it's called a corpse, a corporate entity. An entity is simply the thought form that has accrued energy because we have invested in it. Well, I think that now it is time for us to get out of our minds and to see how the mental health system is a trap designed to convert good men and women into patients that are dependent on a system that needs us to be in our heads, which is the trap, and out of our hearts. And in fact, it is time for us to migrate back down where we started before we were deceived to believe that knowledge is power. When not lived, it is not. So, I say all of this in the book that I finally finished. Woo! I'm so excited to share that with you in 4 to 6 weeks. I am just waiting now to know the details that are out of my hands. And this is where then the final message of today, this message, is to say that we can either be in control, which is an illusion, or charge. We charge things. We charge our phone, we charge our car if it's an electric one. The equivalent would be putting gas in the tank. And so I say, just for fun, what if we started to see the need to stop trying to con or troll ourselves or others, which is out of our hands, because truly that is not what we have command of. But what we do have command of is our energy. When we're in the present now moment, we have power. And so if we actually choose to take our power back from the con of the trolling for energy and chose to be in charge of our energy, what a shift would that be? Truly, I ask thee, what does this mean to you? What does it mean for you? And as always, what are you going to do with it? Because live and evil are the same words, frontwards, backwards, completely different meanings. I said same words. I meant same letters. Letters make up words. We spell them. And then we forget we are casting spells on one another. Have you bought it? Do you like it? These things will determine how charged up you are from what I have shared. So, I hope that it has inspired you, which is the in spirit, that would help you be present in the moment, present into the now, the new orderly world that we have a chance to bring about together. That is the question. Will we? Won't we? Let's see. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Toodaloo for today. Love a J. Namaste. Namago for today.